safer-at-home order is in effect. Aren't we always safer at home? I know I am. Our mayor, Garcetti, is urging residents to cancel everything and hunker down. One thing about 2020 is we've never used the word hunker more than we have this year. You know,
how are you holding up?
Down in LA for a while, LeBron James and Anthony Davis, they just signed up to stay with the Lakers. The champions, AD signed a 5-year deal, and LeBron signed a 2-year extension worth $85 million. And that's just his base pay. He'll make more than that from endorsement deals. It's like a waiter.
Like Shaq and Kobe.
Money and tips. LeBron is signed through 2023, and then his son will be eligible for the NBA draft and potentially play alongside his dad in the NBA. Just what you want when you're a rookie. Dad there. Yelling at you to post up. Donald Trump did not get a contract extension this year. He says he did. The president and the first lady took part in the annual 98th tree lighting tonight. Because of the pandemic, the event wasn't live. It was pre-recorded on Monday night, but that didn't make it one bit less magical.
Please join me from your homes and all over the country, and in fact, all over the world, as we light our great tree. We'll start with 5, 4, 3, 2.
You gotta watch Melania's face impressions too.
Oh my God! Well, you know that's 2020 for you.
Pretty much.
Is the vaccines are on the way soon, we hope, but the next big challenge might be getting people to take them. In an effort to give that a push, 3 former presidents announced that they'd be willing to get the shot on TV. Obama, Bush, and Clinton are joining forces. What they promise will be the most boring pay-per-view event of our lives. On the other end of the responsibility spectrum, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is moving ahead with plans for not 1 but 2 holiday parties this month. Pompeo has reportedly sent out over 900 invitations for just one of the events, which is being held indoors in what they call the Benjamin Franklin Room. By the way, Benjamin Franklin died of lung disease, so...
Oh, he did?
But a State Department spokesman said face coverings will be mandatory for admittance to the party. Yeah, how long do you think Mike Pompeo's face covering is going to last in a room full of pigs in a blanket? He could very well wind up eating an N95 mask. Pompeo is one of very few Trumpers who are still on Biden's good side.
My grandmother called Mike Pompeo William Barr and Trump the Three Amigos.
He was called to a meeting with Trump that was said to be intense. I would love to have been a fly on the wall. Trump didn't build for that one, I'll tell you that. The meeting was said to be contentious. In fact, when Barr left the White House, you could see tiny little slap marks all over his face. There's talk that even though Trump only has 48 days left in office, he might give Barr the boot. Trump weighed in on that subject today and more.
Can I ask you to respond to the comments by your Attorney General who indicated he has not seen at this point any evidence of fraud enough to overturn the election results? Given that, why is now not the time to concede?
Well, he hasn't done anything, so he hasn't looked. When he looks, he'll see the kind of evidence that right now you're seeing in the Georgia Senate. You know, they're going through hearings right now in Georgia, and they're finding tremendous volumes, so they haven't looked very hard.
Right. Try opening all the little doors of the Advent calendar. Maybe the evidence is in there.
Confidence in Bill Barr?
Ask me that in a number of weeks from now.
Thanks, President Magic 8-Ball. You know Trump is so jealous of Kim Jong-un right now. Why can't I feed Bill Barr to starving coyotes? I'd like to see Trump fire him just to find out who's willing to take the title of 2-month Attorney General. But this is exciting. This is the part of the movie where we start rooting for Predator to beat Alien. So, meanwhile, the vice poodle Mike Pence
2020 for you.
distancing himself from Trump's claims of election fraud. Usually when Mike Pence is distancing himself from you, you're a woman whose ankles are showing. But according to one insider, Pence does not want to go down with this ship. That's like the first mate on the Lusitania trying to distance himself from the torpedo hole. It's too late, my man. You're about to get wet. Meanwhile, Cousin Rudy is at it again. There's some crazy stuff going on right now that most people probably aren't even aware of. The nuttiest of the nutty Trump nuts are are showing up to what they're calling election hearings. And all the loonies are coming out of the bin. Last night, we were introduced to a new character in the Trumpiverse, a woman named Melissa Carone, no relation to the virus. And I say character because I've watched this clip around 14 times now. I'm still not convinced she's a real person.
I've lost family. I've lost friends. I've been threatened. My kids have been threatened.
Oh, Jesus.
I've had to move. I've had to
I've had
change
to
my
walk.
phone number. I've had to get rid of social media. Nobody
The
wants
list
to
goes
come
on.
forward. They're getting threatened.
She's been threatened. You understand? And she's frightened. And she doesn't have a boyfriend. But this woman, who it seemed like she was even making Rudy Giuliani nervous, believes this nonsense that even Trump doesn't actually believe. She spent most of her time accusing the Democrats of stealing the election by attacking Republican politicians.
My question here is, why we're not seeing the poll book off by 30,000 votes? That's not the case.
What did you guys do? Take it and do something crazy to it?
I'm just saying the numbers are not off by 30,000 votes. So
I know what I
saying
saw.
they're filling in.
I know what I saw, and I signed something saying that if I'm wrong, I can go to prison. Did you?
That felt like a joke.
She's wearing a rosé all-day tank top under that scarf. Watch your back, Judge Janine. And then another star witness stepped forward for Team Trump, and this one somehow managed to bring China into this.
Either of they're real
You can
people.
actually show up and vote without an ID. It's shocking. How can you allow that to happen? Like, a lot of people think all Indians look alike. I think all Chinese look alike. So how would you tell?
No further racist, Your Honor. We rest. It was quite a parade, but the Grand Marshal of Crazy was not to be outdone. Listen here as former Time Magazine Person of the Year, Rudy Giuliani, passes a little bit of gas.
He was Time Magazine of the Year.
This is not part of that.
I will ask that he be disciplined for that. First of all,
That's why they call him Rudy Tootie. And just in case you missed the first one, he did it again.
I'm just hoping to get an answer to the other questions about Mr. Barr and others who have disproven a lot.
I gave you the answer. The answer that I gave you is they didn't bother to interview a single witness. Just like you, they don't want to know the truth.
Look at that woman. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go change my bloomers. It's Shark Week on OAN. And it's all in service of our dearest leader. You have to admit, he inspires people. He is a man of no shame. Yesterday, he released a video that looked like a live press conference, but it was not. It was a badly edited 46-minute diatribe that was so full of falsehoods. 3 fact-checkers died during this speech. It was a lot to take in, too much, really. So we decided to whittle out all the misinformation. And from, 40-something minutes of talking, this is what was left.
Thank you. This may be the most important speech I've ever made. This election is done. Joe Biden is going to be your next president. It's too late to change the outcome. Congratulations. The days of Donald Trump are coming to an end, and it's been like living in hell. What can I say? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So with the resolve and support of the American people, Joe Biden will do what's right for our country. And I hope that Joe Biden will restore trust in our system of government. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless Santa Claus.
Oh, well, let's let him have Santa Claus, huh? All right, guys, this is
Couldn't think of anything to say there.
As much as
Just
it did
kinda-
me. I was watching the local news last week, and because of the pandemic, everyone they talk to on the street is in a mask. Their faces are covered, and when they answer questions, I realized that you could really put any words into their mouths you wanted, like this.
Lucas, let me ask you, if you won the lottery, what would you buy?
Houses in my favorite cities around the world.
Manette, if you won the lottery, what would you buy?
I would buy 100 dump trucks.